Hello, beautiful family, lovers of good things, lovers of important personnel all over the globe. I bring greetings from a grateful heart. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. So, my wonderful family, as you all know, a lot is going on right now, and I am here to give you all the answers to your questions. Firstly, we want to talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We want to talk about the legal team. We want to talk about everything that is happening right now. And the message that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent to Simon Ekpa, you are going to hear all. Now let's go into the news in details. IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu may reshuffle legal team over continued detention by Nigeria government. Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, is reportedly planning to reshuffle his legal team over his continued detention in the Department of State Service custody by the Nigerian government. Sources have said as a commitment of overhauling of the legal team, Nnamdi Kanu held a meeting with one of his trusted lawyer, Ejiofor, and instructed him to ask the legal team to return his case file to him without further delay. This is what Vanguard reports. It was gathered that Kanu's action results from his belief that the legal team lacked the ability to secure his immediate and unconditional release from detention after the October 13, 2022 appeal court judgment, which acquitted and discharged him. Kanu is also reportedly not happy that the disposition of the team emboldened the Nigeria government to file fresh grounds of appeal against his release at the Supreme Court, challenging the appeal court judgment. The source further claims that the legal team was also said to have not done enough to impress on the international community, that Kanu has been discharged and acquitted as against the claim by the Nigeria government, that he was merely discharged and not acquitted, a development that formed the basis of appeal at the Supreme Court of the government. One of the sources close to IPOB leader was said to have confirmed on Thursday that Kanu, during the meeting with Ejiofor on Monday, expressed disappointment over his continued detention, despite being represented by a group of people he considered as formidable legal team. The source was quoted as saying, "Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suspects that the legal team has not been pushing enough to secure his freedom and has told Ejiofor to tell the rest of the team that he is disappointed over the way they are handling the matter, especially at the Supreme Court." The IPOB leader believes strongly that the legal team should have done everything possible to stall the new ground of appeal recently filed by the federal government at the Supreme Court against his release, as ordered by the appeal court late last year. Kanu is of the view that the failure of his team of lawyers to discharge the appeal the FG filed at the Supreme Court against his release by the appeal court is either due to the team not being proactive or being outweighed and overwhelming by the federal government, which would prefer longer incarceration for him. In fact, from the way he spoke to Ejiofor on Monday, it was clear that he is very displeased with the tactics already deployed to him to get him out of detention. And that is also sending letters to the members of the legal team with many senior lawyers who have been working day and night for his own welfare. So, this is the message from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He expressed himself to Barrister Aloy Ejiofor, and he said he's so disappointed. Come on, nobody's even saying anything about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember recently there is an audio I played here when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was pleading and calling on Barrister Falana to come and handle the case. See, let me tell you, the problem is not that the legal team, they are not active, but the problem is that they refuse to handle the situation that is happening in IPOB family. I'm just telling you the basic truth. Being that there is a adage that said a house that is divided against himself can never stand. When this division was going on, remember, it will get to a point, the division will enter the legal team, and that is exactly what is happening right now. That is a house that is divided against itself can never stand. They refuse to manage the situation. They refuse to fix things at the initial stage when everything was about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When the world was talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everybody was just thinking that, oh, we've arrived, so there is no need anymore. After all, we've done a lot. See, your a lot is not enough. You've done a lot is not enough. That has brought Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to where he is today. That brought in this issue and said nobody is concerned anymore because everybody is now doing things differently. That is how confusion and problem can be. Right now, let us listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said about Mazi Simon Ekpa. He also directed that Simon Ekpa should use his broadcast to raise hope and amplify the cause as well as heap on his health condition in custody rather than attacking government and individual. You understand what he was trying to say, that Simon Ekpa should make sure should start making broadcasts about his health, should start telling people about his health condition, because as it stands right now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is aware that the house is divided. He is aware that people are fighting. He is not aware that because of this quarrel in IPOB, as I said earlier, people are not saying this about him anymore. If you notice, the way people carry the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, both Biafrans and non-Biafrans, is not as the same right now. A lot of people have withdrawn from it. Even in Biafra land, gone, people don't even talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as before anymore. Why? Because everything failed. Why? Because the fight, the quarrel, the enmity, the attack, the problem on ground was not managed by the people that he trusted. Now, listen to this particular part. He said Kanu is worried that their quarrel was diverting attention from his case, and if the narrative was allowed to thrive, it could lead to a loss of faith in him and their cause, especially with the perceived decline in the group popularity in Southeastern and among his supporters. You see, the people that are supporting him, they are not few. A lot of people are withdrawing. Even the Biafrans, they are withdrawing because of the problem. Imagine you coming online, all what you hear is Simon Ekpa is this, Simon Ekpa is that. Everybody attacking one person, everybody saying something about one person. People begin to be tired. That is just the initial stage I was saying this. I said, with this attack on Simon Ekpa morning, afternoon, evening, people will lose relevance of being an IPOB member. Don't even tell me why did you say so. I say so because I know very well that time of that attack, a lot of people give up. Honestly speaking, a lot of people give up. I say, is this all about Simon Ekpa? In fact, Simon Ekpa was not popular more than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we should be talking about, that is in DSS. The ringtone, the attention, the bed, everything now on Simon Ekpa. while the main target was closed. These are issues that they have used to disturb Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They've used all this issue to make him so worried. And now he have come to the conclusion and say, being that the quarrel is on ground in this family, is just divert attention. Instead, the attention should be on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody is going front and back. So now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have issued a warning that all the legal team, they should return the files. Yes, they should return the files because what they are doing, he's not pleased with it. Just imagine, for over 6 months now, nobody is saying anything about court hearing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or that. Everybody quarreling, fighting, social media, come on. I even support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody should go and return the files, honestly speaking. Since they said this quarrel, fight, enmity, let them return the files and let him choose other lawyers to work with. Maybe the case will return back. Or if the lawyers are not ready to say, okay, we are sorry, in fact, we've really lost guard a lot, now we are buckling up, then other alternative can come in. But as it stands right now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not pleased at all. So my realistic people, so this is the latest update right now about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the legal team and IPOB and Simon Ekpa. Please do well to share this video. Thank you so much for always tuning in. I really appreciate you. See you when I see you. From me to you, from here, I said bye.